Welcome to the Futures Lab. So this week we are going to add in the shop and money and an ability to pay for our battle cats. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is create a sprite that's going to be the button that we press for when we want to pay for a battle cat. So go to the bottom right corner of your screen, click on this Choose a Sprite button. We're actually going to look for the cat, the scratch cat. Once you've selected that, rename this sprite to be called cat button. Okay, so now in the top left corner of the screen, click on costumes. What we're going to do is click on this rectangle button just here. And I'm going to change the color so that it's what I'm actually going to do for this rectangle that we're going to make. I'm going to click on this little button here, which is going to make it so that we have two shades. And I'm going to make one color of the fill of our rectangle to be white and one color to be gray. I kind of like how buttons look when you make them this way. You can experiment and make your buttons look different if you like. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I might do a quick swap. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. The white on the inside. Okay, and so once you've made your rectangle, put it over your cat and then click on this backward button. Just where I'm wiggling my mouse here, the top middle of the screen, and it'll go behind the scratch cat. Okay, so I'm just going to make the sides of the rectangle, the outline, a little bit thicker. Yep, that looks pretty good. I'm just going to tighten this around the cat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on text and put in a $50 price tag on our cat. And just put that into the bottom of the button. Yeah, that looks good. I like the way that looks. All right, good. So we've got our cat button sprite. What we're going to do next is we are going to copy this sprite. So right click on your cat button sprite and go duplicate. And then in your duplicated sprite, just delete all the cat pieces. And then double click on your $50 and we're going to type in shop. Move that to the top. Stretch this out. So what we're going to end up having is we're going to end up having a sort of row of buttons along the top of the screen. It's going to look really good. So these are a bit big, these buttons. Let's make them a bit smaller. I think if we change the size to 40, yeah, maybe 50. Let's try 50. That looks pretty good. Okay, so we've got some variables up in the top left corner. Let's make those variables invisible. So we're going to click on the cat sprite and go to variables, and we want to untick thrown meter, state, and HP. Okay, there we go. Now we can see our nice shop variable and a nice cat variable. A nice shop sprite and our cat button sprite. That all seems good. I'm just going to tweak where these sit. Let's say at y equals 145. You can do this by just dragging it, but I'm just typing into its y coordinate right here, just so that they're on the exact same height, so they look nicely lined up. Okay, that looks pretty good. Full screen that. Yes, that looks pretty good. I like that. Okay, so first of all, let's sort out our code that's going to generate our money, our income. Our money is going to tick up continually as the game goes on. and we're going to have a minimum, we're going to have the amount of money we have, and we're going to have a maximum amount of money that we can store. And if you've played Battle Cat, that's kind of how the economy of the game works. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the cat button 2 sprite. Let's rename this as the shop. And let's put some code into this, and this code is going to sort out our money. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to go to events. We are going to drag out a when green flag clicked. This is all going in the shop sprite, remember? Now we're going to make a bunch of variables. So everyone click on variables and click on make a variable. So the first variable that we're going to make is called current money. So press OK, that's good. So current money, that's a variable. We're going to click on make a variable again. We're going to have max money. That's going to stand for maximum money. So you can even call it maximum money if you like. I'm just going to keep it as max money. Then we're going to click on make a variable again. We're going to call our next variable income. That's how much money we're going to generate over time. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set these variables at the beginning of the game. So drag out a set variable, click on that white triangle. So mine says set cat base HP, but we're going to change that. Click on the white triangle to change it to set current money to 0. Then we are going to set the max money to 100. So our maximum money is going to be 100. We can't store more than that. And then we're going to set the income to 1. That's how much money we're going to generate at a time. So then let's put in some code that creates our income. So let's go to control. Let's get forever. Put that underneath. And then we're going to get an if then statement. So now we're going to go to the green category, operators, and we're going to drag out a less than operator. That's this one here. The arrow is pointing left. So then we're going to go back to variables, and we're going to get out current money and put it in the first part of our less than variable. And then we're going to get out max money and put it in the second half of our less than variable. So we're asking the question, is our current money less than our maximum money? If it is, we're going to apply our income. So we're going to get out a change variable. We're going to change the current money by whatever the income is. So look up in the top left corner for that little rounded income variable. Drag that and put it over the 1. So now we should have change current money by income. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is we need to make sure that we can't go over our maximum amount of money, because spoiler alert, we're going to be able to increase our income later in the game, and we don't want to ever be able to have more money than the maximum amount of money that the game is letting us have at any point in time. So go to control, drag out another if then. Now this needs to go right underneath change current money by income. It needs to be inside the other if. Then we need to get out a more than operator. Get out more than operator. That is this one here. It's the arrows pointing right towards the 50. And then we're going to get out those same variables. If current money is more than max money, then we are going to set our current money to be whatever our maximum money is. So if we're gaining a bunch of money all at once and we accidentally get like 105 current money, but our maximum money is meant to be 100, we need to make sure it goes back to 100. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll actually put in a weight. Now this weight needs to go in right, let's see. Yeah, this weight needs to go in right. It doesn't actually matter too much. We should be able to put it here. So weight, and we want this to be weight 0.1 seconds. Our money's going to tick up pretty fast. So yeah, so this weight should be fine just here. Yes, it should be fine just here. And there's just one more thing we need to do before this weight. So go to variables, get a set variable, and put it right before the weight. Okay, so that's all good. What we need to do now is we need to make a new variable. What we're going to do is we're going to have a particular variable that's going to take our current money and our maximum money and show like something out of something with a slash in between them. If you don't understand, don't worry, just follow what I do. It'll make more sense to you once you see the end product. Okay, so we're going to make a new variable. Click in the top left corner, make a variable. We're going to call this display money, because this is what the player's going to see. So we've got display money. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click on this. We should have our set variable to 0 just before our wait 0.1 seconds. Change that to set display money to. And now we're going to use a cool operator, something from the operator section called join. So drag out join. It should start off with join apple and banana. What we want to do is we are going to get out another join and put that right over the apple. So now what we're going to do is in the first, so we should now have join apple banana banana. What we're going to do is on that where it says apple, we are going to going to variables. We're going to drag out current money and put that in our first socket of our join. Then click on the second socket in our join and type in just a slash. So a slash that goes this way, like this on the screen. And I'm also going to put a space before and after the slash inside that socket. And then the final socket where it says banana there, we're going to drag out max money and put that right there. So now you should have join current money, then your slash with spaces if you want them, and then max money. This might be a bit confusing. Don't worry about it too much. When you see it, it's going to make sense. Drag this whole thing and put it over that 0 so that it's in our set display money to. Okay, so let's have a look at what this looks like now. So now, can you see we've got these variables that are constantly ticking up, and we've got this one here, display money, which is constantly ticking up. It's and when it gets to 100, it will stop. We've got 100 out of 100 money. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense a bit more now that you've seen what it looks like. So to make this look nice, what we're going to do is in our variables in the top left corner, we're going to untick income and max money and current money. And then we're going to, with our display money variable here, right click on that and change it to a large readout. So now you should have this here, this 100 out of 100, and you can sit it just underneath the shop. So that looks pretty good, doesn't it? All right. So now we need to make it so that when we click on our cat button, it pays for the cat and creates the battle cat. So go to the cat button sprite, click on that, and we're nearly done. There's not actually too much code which needs to go in here. So we need to go to events. We need to get when this sprite clicked. Drag that out of events, the yellow category. Then go to control. We're going to drag out if, then go to operators, the green category. Drag out a more than, because we need to make sure we've got enough money before we pay for this $50 for this cat, right? So then we're going to go to variables, the dark orange category. Drag out current money, make sure it's current money, can't be anything else, and it needs to be more than 49, which means it will be 50 or more than 50. Then we're going to drag out change current money by minus 50. And then finally, control create clone of the cat. So you go to control, drag out create clone of myself, click on that white triangle, make sure it's cat, and put that in there, just like that. So this is what you should have. So now, if we play this game, I can click on this cat button and nothing happens because we don't have enough money. But as soon as we have $50, I can click the button, it takes off the $50, and it creates a cat. And I can keep going, but if I click it and we don't have enough money, it does nothing. Now, I don't know if you've noticed this in games and in programs in general, but when you can't do something, when you don't have enough money to do a thing, or the thing is not ready, usually what happens is it grays out, or it becomes partially invisible. And that's really good user experience design, because then the user knows what's wrong when they're trying to click it and nothing's happening. And that's just good feedback for the person who's playing the game. So let's put in just a little bit of code just to make this cat button semi-invisible when we don't have enough money to pay for the battle cat. So let's go to events. Let's get some empty space here. Let's drag out when green flag clicked. Let's go to control, grab out forever, put that underneath when green flag clicked. Then we're going to get an if, then, else. So then we're going to go to operators. We're going to drag out a less than operator. We're going to go to current money. We're going to go to variables, the dark orange category, and drag out current money, put it into that less than operator, so that we should now have if current money is less than 50, then we're going to go to looks, the dark purple category, and look for something called set color effect to 0. Drag that out and put it right underneath the if, click on the white triangle and change it to set ghost effect to 50, let's say. Set ghost effect to 50. And then what we're going to do is we're going to look for clear graphic effects and put that under the else. So now what this is going to do is at all times, if we have less than 50 money, it's going to make this cat button semi-invisible, grayed out. And if we do have 50 money, then it's going to remove this sort of invisible effect, this ghost effect, so that it looks like it's ready to, the button looks ready to go. So let's see how this looks like when we hit go on the game. There we go. You can see this is all grayed out. So immediately you, as a player, looking at that thinking, oh, I can't click that yet because I don't have $50. But then watch what happens. Now it's available. You click it and it goes invisible again. So that's just really nice feedback that makes that immediately communicates to the player what's going on, why they can press the button sometimes but not at other times. And it's just a nice, easy little quality of life thing you can do for your game. So that is what we have for this week. I hope you found that interesting, and I shall see you guys next week. Summer holidays are coming up for us and City of Swan Libraries, so check out our website for when our summer holiday events start getting put up on there, with a lot of coding events and technology events. Should be a lot of fun, and we've got some Christmas stuff coming up as well, so feel free to check out the link in the description of this video to see all of the events coming up. But yeah, until I see you guys next time, stay awesome and be cool to each other and take care of yourselves. We'll see you next week, guys.